What's going on, everyone? It's time for a creature feature horror film review, um, with a little bit of comedy. But yeah, today we're actually going to be talking about a franchise where I've only talked about one of them, and I'm finally got around to watching some of the other ones. So we're going to start talking about the very first one, Lake Placid, one of the most highly underrated killer croc or alligator movies or whatever you want to call it. Films out there. So Lake Placid was released by Fox 2000 Pictures, July 16th, 1999. It stars Bill Pullman, Bridget Fonda, Oliver Platt, and produced by Michael Pressman, written by David E. Kelly, and directed by Steve Miner, who, if that name sounds familiar, did Friday the 13th Part 2 and Friday the 13th Part 3. He also did House, Halloween H2O, 20 years later, Forever Young. But yeah, and this had a budget of it had a box office earnings, sorry, of $56.9 million. It was a moderate success when it came out. But yeah, critics tore it apart and people say it's so bad it's good. But I actually really enjoy this movie. Like, if you take out the common sense out of it, then yeah, you basically got Lake Placid. So this film is about a lake in Michigan where a giant killer croc is found and is killing people off, but only the people that want to go looking for it get killed. The rest of it's a remote lake, so there's only like one house on it and no other people. So, but Bridget Fonda plays a wife to a museum director who's cheating on her, and she's all disgruntled and stuff. So she basically gets assigned this task to go and investigate this thing for some reason, because why the hell would a museum care? Usually it's a university or something. But yeah, so she goes and she works with the local sheriff and some of the locals and stuff to try to hunt it down and figure out what's going on. And they call in a big game hunter who shows up and helps them hunt it down. And sure enough, it's this giant crocodile alligator thing that's terrorizing them. And then they try to figure out how to get rid of it. So yeah, it's a good big monster movie and stuff. Stan Winston Studios did a lot of the practical monster effects in this. There's some really good animatronic stuff in here that look fantastic. And some things look like they're miniatures, but they actually shot them life size, like a giant animatronic croc in the water, biting a helicopter and things like that. There's a lot of good stuff like that. If you like action movies, like monster action films, this one's definitely good. Even the CG, even though it's 1999, this is back when, for some reason, the CG is not the greatest, but it looks way better than 90% of the junk that comes out these days still. And yeah, somehow it all works. I really enjoy this movie. I don't find very much of it bad. I find some of the characters to be pointless, like Bridget Fonda's character. She's just a whiner in this and doesn't really need to be there, even though she is good eye candy, I gotta say. But one of the best old ladies in all of cinema is in this. Betty White plays the old lady who lives in the house down the river, and yeah, has a pretty menacing reason for why the croc's there, and definitely is she's so warm and charming, but then you realize, and it's like so gritty and disturbing all at the same time. And yeah, and overall it's just really well put together. I really enjoyed this. I don't really have anything to complain about besides some pointless characters are in there, and also the common sense thing kind of gets thrown out the window. So why would a museum be interested in this one small lake, and that's in the middle of nowhere with no one around, and they close it down for some reason because no public is there? So also, if you look for a mass body count, it's decent enough, but it's definitely wouldn't be the same as if it was in like a huge party going city or something like that. But yeah, overall, Lake Placid's a lot of fun. I'll give it like a 4 out of 5. I really enjoy it. I think it's really misunderstood, so you should definitely check it out and rewatch it if you haven't. If you haven't seen it, check it out, and also if you have, rewatch it because it's actually a lot of fun. So yeah, so yeah, that's what I thought of Lake Placid. A good monster movie. It's like a good late '90s Jaws almost. So um, Yeah, and I don't know why most people gripe about it, but it does have 6 sequels to get into, so I guess we'll be doing those soon. I've already reviewed the final chapter, so I won't be doing that one again, but I'll probably review the rest soon. So, yeah, but yeah, if you want to check this film out, I couldn't find it on any of the streaming sites I have, so I'll link the trailer down below at least so you can check it out if you haven't seen it, or if you want to relive it, that's down there. But also make sure you check out my Instagram, that's linked down below. That's where I always post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. I should have the film time hashtag, subgenre film hashtag, so you're aware of it. Also, my letterbox is down below. Take reviews. That's where I post my first started after watching the films. Follow me on that. And also, you can follow me on Twitter at reviews_Derek. So follow me on those platforms. Stay with this channel. Like this video, share some more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any, and let me know what your favorite like Placid film is in the franchise. Also, if you have any other film franchises or films in general that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, uh, that are on or any films on any streaming service, then comment them down below. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. Yeah. Make sure you subscribe. Hopefully, we find something weird, obscure, and odd that I probably never thought of checking out together. Or so you hear my opinions on popular films, some come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. Like this video, share it so more people are aware of it. And don't forget to ring that bell because, well, obviously, we're talking about Lake Placid 2 in the next review. So make sure you tune in for that. Watch out for all those killer crocs that are lurking in all the lakes and stuff. I live here in Canada, so I'm definitely going to be hunting one of these down and beating at people so it could get big and I can become more famous. So I guess I'll see you in the next one. So till then, cheers.